Happy weekend, WWC. We are in middle of season 5 here and about to capture City. Um, or they're calling it a mega crystal gold mine. So we'll do this and then I don't know. We'll see what happens actually. So gonna be a little bit of chaos about to happen. So but welcome in. It's been fun. Have not been able to stream yesterday. Do a little bit of a review after the battles. We did have, geez, I think we had maybe 4 fights yesterday. In itself, and it's been a little difficult to stream. Sometimes I do apologize. I'd like to bring all the fighting, and maybe I can record it at some point uh, to uh, to show it rather than stream. But a lot of times I'm in the leader chat, and I really don't want to share some of the leader chat information live, so I have to refrain from streaming sometimes for some of these battles. So I do apologize, but the server comes first, the fight comes first, as far as I'm concerned, uh, and can't give some of that stuff away, so have to refrain. But there have been a few battles, so there's plenty of feedback that I have in regards to week 4. It's been crazy. The week or this week week 4, I think, right? No, week 3, week 4. Yeah, week 4. This is the end of week 4. Um, I wish this. I said this on live the other night. I really wish that last week was like this week. Um, really would have set a better tone for the season. And there was a lot of people that were trying to not fight last week. I think they were reserving that. And this week it came out that hey, Ching Charlie, morning, morning. What up, Woo? And then this week it came out that everybody except for pretty much 88 is against. Are we? Thank you. Yeah, everybody is against 71. So just about the entire map, except for 88, Eyes Who's friends, the entire map has decided to team up to try to beat 71. I think that says more about 71 than it does anybody else, to be honest with you. I think it's awesome. You know, and they pretty much declared it, and good luck to them. That is how the season has stacked up. So I guess when you have 3 VIP 18s, yeah, it's easy to get friends and get motivated to try to beat somebody. So I I I think that saying it this early is certainly appreciated, because you don't have to waste a lot of time with backstabbing and talk. You go into the season. This is the earliest in the season I've seen it where we're able to just know right away that um, everybody's against you. Usually, there's a lot of posturing and crap going on. So I do appreciate that, because it's just a bunch of waste of time when people are trying to backstab everybody. Um, But yeah, it's been said. So shaping up to be quite the fun season when you have 6v1 at this point. It's enjoyable. So we're just waiting for this capture, and then we have one more capture once this is done. And then we shall see. And a lot of interesting stuff. So just so you know, can't really talk about it right now, but there's been a lot of interesting leadership conversations. I will let you into those a little bit after. Cannot, sit here and talk about them right now, but you probably be entertained at the outcome of all of our chit chat in leadership. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Tons of content, I can assure you that, to bring you in regards to this season, how we're handling what's going on, and there will not be any shortage of fighting. That's one thing. When you have 6v1, you'll tend to probably be in a lot of fights. So we'll look forward to that. I've been trying Scarlet in place of Murphy in order to keep Stetman alive. How's it been going? What's the results? Charlie? I got tons of stuff when we get together on the tank formation stuff people have been sending me. Oh man, so much fun. Good old MZ been sandboxing up a storm for us. Oh man, I cannot tell you how much fun it is for me to even like analyze the battle reports, and a geek-minded person like me, I love seeing it. So how's it been going, Chigchar? Big power drop, but more damage. Interesting. Yeah, I would imagine big power drop. But are you seeing, I guess the point is, are you seeing Stetman stay alive long enough? And it sounds like if you're delivering that power advantage, you are. So that's awesome. That is awesome. Hey, good morning, Belko. Good morning. Scarlet does, yeah. That's the key, man. I mean, that's really the whole point, right? Scarlet is giving it up to be like, hey, can we make him last longer? I don't know. There's going to be a whole ton of stuff to go once we get the Morrison exclusive weapon for more sandboxing too. Ton of stuff to talk about. I got to, about the season here. I maxed out. Oh, you did? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I maxed out all her skills except I think auto. I think AA I didn't. So all the other ones I did. All right, let's hurry up. Let's get this. This city looks secure. So we're good here. And then let's go here. Yeah, I can't. Hopefully you have some reports, Charlotte. I'm assuming Scarlet will get an EW. I don't know. You would imagine that the developers try to figure out what characters, in order to, I mean, it's for pay, right? Like people have to pay to actually want something and use something. So I think like the battle reports that we share and the things that we do, yeah, I think there's a lot that goes around to kind of figure that out. And my thought would be the same, Charlie. Like, people are going to want to people are this protection got reset. It's like 12 hours. So we got time. Maybe we won't have a bank capture at this point. I think FS4 had to capture this one. I don't think this was going to be a problem. Oh, this is right now. I think somebody can attack this, I believe. I think we can move in. Yeah, Charlie, I would assume that Scarlet will get an EW as well. You have to get something that people are willing to pay for. And so if you start seeing battle reports and somebody like Scarlet is actually doing damage, then that would drive people to say, oh, okay, that's who people want to use, or that's what people want to do. Then they would develop an EW for them. Like, it would just make sense, right? Because if you're just going to have somebody that sits now that you have 5 for each team, you have to figure out like who is really spending on these EW weapons anymore. If you're set, right? Like, like free to play is not spending, so low spenders probably aren't going to spend in regards to an EW weapon if you already have 5. So why would you? What are you going to do at this point? Like, what is it? You're going after mid spenders or high spenders. So you're going to have to make it so that there's actually a difference in, let's say, Scarlet. Let's say there's an advantage. You start having the 4v1. You say, okay, I'm removing Tank. I'm removing Murphy, let's say, from the tank lineup, which leaves me a hole I have to fill. And now, like, who am I going to fill it with? And if you say Scarlet is, the answer to that question, and you develop an EW, then all of a sudden tank people, even people that are, mid spenders are going to start saying, "Oh, I really want that EW." But as we get into longer in the game, I think people are going to see as we get 5 years more down the line, people are going to start developing a second team, which is going to make things more interesting because they're right now I think to free to play. Low spenders, it's kind of unreasonable to ask people to really worry about their second team or spend on their second team. I don't think it's realistic. They're worried about their one team and to go through with that. So I don't think they're worried too much about their second team right now. It's it's like whatever I get for free is how I'm developing my second team. But yes, it certainly provides interesting thing. I don't so just on the update on the status here for the season, I don't think that this clock reset on us. We only had like 20 minutes. And then it went to 13. It went now to 13 hours for the protection. Which I don't know why it would do a protection of 13 hours because our protection slot that we pick is not right now. So now is when we would want to fight. So I'm not entirely sure why that jumped from 20 minutes to 13 hours. But okay, so let's talk about the battles. Unfortunately, I don't think. Oh, unless there's. Let me see if there's any battles. I'll take a look. I don't think anybody is. I don't know that there's any clocks that are up. Posturing, even over here. Like eyes. Let's see where eyes is. Bunch of city capturing. For eyes here. So this is how, just an overview, this is how our map is panning out to give you guys an update. A ton has changed. So FS4 is here. FS4 is here. And then FSX is here. This is where we are right now. And then you have all these other... Oh, wait, what's going on here? 138. Oh, 138 and 171, it looks like. Oh, okay. That's strong for one... Which is... Oh, they took off. Yeah, don't they know they're partners against 71? They can't be fighting each other. Did they? Who owned this territory to begin? Oh, SGM1. Yeah, I don't think they got the memo. I don't think they got the season 5 memo that they're teammates now against 71. Yeah, so the way the season came out, oh wow, look at the battle there. Hold on. There's battles everywhere. Wait, maybe there's something going on. Nothing. That one just looks like that was the one we were at. Resetting. Nope, just resetting. Resetting. 138 on 138 crime. Not much though. I don't miss any fights. Can I? Does it show me from how close do I have to be? Okay, that's close. This one popped up. Oh, eyes. Here we go. Squad's gonna try to fight eyes, or it doesn't look like it. Yeah, so where was I? Figure out if there's any other battles. Do they have too bad they don't have like a too bad they don't have like a thing that shows you all the battles that are currently going on. Do they have that and I just don't know about it? No, I should probably collect on these things. Something to remember. Ton of crystal gold I haven't been even collecting. I don't know where. They don't really tell you anywhere. Unless you guys know where they actually show you where there's battles. But otherwise, you just kind of have to look for the fighting as it occurs on the map. Looks like Eyes is taking over and Squad's not even fighting them, so Eyes is moving in here. Yeah, so anyway, I was gonna say the other day we were we were going and looking for the level 10s. The level 10 cities are right here, and you have the level 10 banks here that are connected. So the thing is, there's a long time to fight for the Golden Palace. You have 7 days before anything even occurs to fight for this, for the middle of the map, and so you have to really figure out what you're doing for rewards. We have a lot of competition this season in regards to servers. So 171 is pretty strong. You have like you have who am I thinking? 171, 190, 90. They're all pretty strong. So they're all really going for this middle part here. And so you're going to have to figure out how to connect your land to either help one another or do it. So they've really been able to, early on, strategically, because they realized they were all teaming up together, they have the opportunity to use so many teams together as one, right? So you figure if you're 171, they have 4 teams. If you're 190, you have 2 teams. If you're 90, you probably have 2 teams. So that's like 8 teams that are working in unison together. Which is fine, but you're just able to capture, more territory that way. You also have to sit there and think to yourself, if you're going to do that, you have to be like, okay, well, I'm okay with getting what rewards? Like, where are you okay with getting? Because if we look at the rewards, what's interesting this season versus other seasons is, first, so the regular rewards are you just rank number 1 in influence points and control the Golden Palace and 2 or more war zones. So if you complete any of these, you can get the first point. So control the Golden Palace, which is essentially the center of the map, and 2 or more war zone outposts. So only one team can do that, because you have to control the middle, which is only one team. And you can have, I suppose you could have somebody that controls the middle and influence points. I don't know like how the influence points will work out, if that's even possible, because the middle might be so much plus the combination of these two that maybe they're one and the same once you control the middle. But these are your one deciding factor of kind of the top rewards here. And then you have rank 2 or 3 in influence points, right? So it says complete any of them. So rank 2 or 3 in influence points, control the Golden Palace, which is the middle. So if you control the middle, then you're guaranteed the second, no matter what. You just have to get the middle. And then achieve number 1 in Crystal Gold Tycoon overall. So there's many teams that can do this and still get second place rewards. So you can have second place rewards really across. And then here you can rank 4 to 10th in influence points, be first to capture the middle of the map, which has not opened yet, and then achieve number 1 in all these different Crystal Gold. And you have, this, and then you have these conditions. Now, the interesting one that I find is the challenge one. So the challenge one, this top challenge one, is control the middle of the map in 8 posts. That's not going to happen. There is not a single team. There's no way in our season that this is going to occur. Cannot happen. Won't happen. You're not going to have one team that's going to be able to grab the middle and the outpost. Maybe like on other seasons where teams are weak, and there's one team that's really strong. Maybe this is possible. Maybe this is possible for them to accomplish. I can guarantee you this is never going to happen here. And I would guess that in the majority of the seasons that they put together, as long as they gave a couple strong teams and there's competition, this reward will not happen. It's ridiculous. Your season, it's not fun, your season, if that's occurring. I'll just say that. Like, one team just winning every single battle. Like, they're winning all the outposts and they're winning the middle. You can't do anything. They've outstacked your season so that one team is too strong from everybody else. Let's go into the second one. So control 8 outposts. This is not going to happen. This will not happen. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to have one team that's going to control 8 outposts. That's not, again, what fun is that? You must be in a season where one team's dominating. It's not fun. It's the same thing. And by the way, to say that one team can control all the outposts, but they're incapable of getting the middle, I think you sold yourself short there. Like, that's kind of crazy. Getting the outposts is the hard part. Like, to try to scatter around and keep collecting them all the way around the map. That's really, really difficult you're doing what you want, I guess is my point. If you're collecting all the outposts, nobody can stop you because you're just going around and collecting them. So then you go into this challenge award, control 5 outposts. Now, I can't see this happening even in our season. I can't see this occurring. But this is probably the most might happen, maybe, for folks. I would be shocked as you get, how do I say this? So The older servers have more dead servers in them, I guess is the point. So the server range has more dead servers. You have more an opportunity to do something like this because there's more dead servers. From my experience of talking from everybody in the WWC community, and everybody out there that's attended and commented and everything else, it would seem from what I'm gathering that the newer servers have continued participation and they're larger as you go. Like people are staying playing the game, they're not quitting as often in these newer servers, and you're getting larger groupings that are starting to come into season 3, season 4, which is making things so much more interesting with these larger groupings. So I would think that for the OG servers, there may be some that are going to do this, especially the OG ones. Ours, I can't see this happening in our season. And then lastly, this challenge, which is control the golden in 4 level 10 cities. I can't see this happening either. I can't because, so just to show you, like control the middle, you can control the middle, right? But like when you're controlling the middle, to control all level 4 cities in the middle would be incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult. So first of all, like I just told you, in our season, there's been six servers have decided to go against us. So if you have that, then somehow all 6 servers got together and said, hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Whatever you want. You can have all the property. I'm just happy to be here. If all 6 servers, if 5 other servers are doing that against one alliance, then my God, like, stop being a lapdog. Like, I mean, come on. What are you playing for if that's really what you're doing? Is that fun for you to do that? Like, you have stronger servers, like, fight one another, like, actually, have fun. But that's the only way I could see this occurring. Even then, you would have to, like, let's say 71 just wanted to focus on one of them. You would have to stop us from somehow focusing on one of them, and the middle. So I can't see it occurring. But we'll find out. Like, I just don't see that being an option, from happening. So I think that the challenge rewards, my prediction would be in this season, nobody gets challenge rewards. That would be my prediction for this season. I think that they're all going to be just in the regular rewards, and the challenge rewards are not for us because our season's too competitive. The teams are too competitive, and the way that they structured it, and I don't mind it. I think it's great, but I just don't think that that's going to lead to the challenge rewards. Okay, let's see what Charlie. Only reason I said 1 hero swap for Scarlet for EW, it says not available yet. Oh, okay. Where did you see that, Charlie? On the hero swap? Oh, for Scarlet for EW, it says not available yet. Huh. I did not do the hero swap. Where's that here? No, that's the core. I think I have a ton of those hero swaps because I never do them. Where is it? Here's this hero swap voucher. Did you see it in here, Charlie? When we had the Venom thing, whatever, hero promotion? Where did you see the wording for that? For your hero swap. I didn't see that. I never do the hero swap. I remember when we were looking at the hero swap, there was something, it gave a definition of it somewhere that I was reading, and it said like you couldn't swap exclusive weapons. I know that, like, it wouldn't let you. I saw the wording on that. I read it. I don't remember where at this point. Read so much documentation and all this stuff. I don't remember where that was. I actually think it might have been in the news. Was it in our news thing? Somewhere in here, maybe? But I don't remember it saying anything about like can't do it yet for Fiona or Scarlet, so I don't know. I don't know where that is or where that came from. Season 5. You just described my season. F2038. Maybe not having a good season 5. I guess not. You just described my season 5. Zilla is at 750 million in power. He dominates by himself. Yeah, there you go. So you're gonna have one I mean, that's just not fun, right, Charlie? Like, I mean, but is it gonna be fun in any season when you have that? It's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I think this season is very interesting. This is the first time we've been in a season where you've had like multiple servers with multiple VIP 18s in them. So, like, you know what I mean? We have VIP 18s. Their 171 has a VIP 18. There's a lot of these servers have very strong people across the board for them, which is not usually what you see. Usually they see like stacked, and they don't dare put strong server against a strong server, and that's not what they did, at least for ours. So it makes it more fun that way. I think, you know, the competition is good when you just stack up 7 dead servers against one that has somebody really strong in an environment like this. You're kind of picking who you want to win. You kind of picked your favorites and you didn't put them against anybody, right? So I would say, like, for you, Chicken Charlie, I would like to see you go against somebody like, I don't know, like 81, right? Like having somebody like Zilla against a team that can actually knock him out of a building. The thing that they've set up, and I don't know, I'll let you know at the end of the season what I really feel, because the real battles haven't really started yet to say how we're gonna feel about it. But they changed the reinforcement of banks from 100 to 10. And I don't know how I feel about it. Partly right now, it makes me feel like you're making like, you know, the lower powered people, you know, not be able to participate as much, because there's only 10 that are allowed in there. And so if they're firing from the back trying to get in, they can't really get in. It makes it harder for them to even participate and get in. Once they get in, they get knocked out, as opposed to like when everybody's able to stack as a team on one another and you're trying to get everybody out. The dynamic of it, I get it. Like when you're able to really have a good team that cohesive, that works together, you can stack that up on 100, and it's hard to get everybody out, right? You have to work together, but that's part of the planning is you should have to work with one another to get everybody out. And they don't do that. So I don't really know though, because what the 10 does do is the 10 allows you to turn over faster. So it makes it more competitive for the percentages to turn on a dime. So there is that aspect of it. It is interesting in that way. I just don't know like my final take on it yet until I have all the battles complete, and I can see fully what's going on. But next season, I'm 100% transferring to a stronger server. I want to have a fighting chance. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Charlie, you just said it says on the last screen to confirm the swap. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, I don't do the swap, so that's probably why I didn't see it. Yeah, that's interesting. If that is in the cards. I mean, like the Overlord, right? We see the Universal Overlord shards. So you know, with Universal Overlord shards, there's going to be another Overlord, because why would you have a Universal shard? So same concept, Charlie. Yeah, like they might be leaking that a little bit by saying you can't. It's not available yet for Scarlet. So maybe it could. That's exciting. I'd like to see Scarlet with an EW. It says on the last screen, we only have one. Some banks due to timeout. Yeah, yeah. But hey, by all means, apply to 71 if you're interested, because I'll tell you what, you're about to see. You want to see strong server? We got 6v1, so we'll see how we end up this season. But please come on in, transfer it. I think that it's very difficult as we go forward for some of these servers to sustain. Like, you can't do it. You can't accomplish anything. You know, even you're seeing servers like 89 that are just 89 just struggled to do much this season. Like, I mean, every fight we have, like their top team who just won presidency is Dos Ex. They've been like trying to get attention by fighting next to 71 and trying to fight. Just about all the battles that they've had or won has been against our GRT team. When you look GRT, by the way, props to GRT. They have fought like crazy this season. Good for them. Really showing like how much fight they have. But if you look at GRT, they're fifth on our alliance list. So the number one team on 89 that has a presidency has been constantly fighting our number 5 team. And our number 5 team just continuously has been like wanting to fight. Like they're like, good, bring it. So good for them to do it. But I think it just kind of shows you the state of some of the servers. Like it's just not realistic, right? So to maintain this. So anyway, I think that I think they're gonna have to do something with some of these servers because it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't work. I don't think, and I think Chicken Charlie, you're saying it like you're not having fun, and that's the point. It's an entertainment game. Early on, I said like these servers that are dead. If farmers want to farm and they don't want to be bothered and they just want to farm together, then that's great because you don't want to fight. You want to play the game differently. You want to go whatever. Early on, a lot of those people got left the game because people wouldn't let them just farm. They were burning them, and they're like, "Hey, it's a war game," and they were burning them, and they couldn't be in a safe ground. So as people left the server, some have decided to stay. Obviously, they can leave whenever they want. They have transfer tickets. At this point, we're in season 5. We've had multiple transfers. They could have just gotten the tickets for free and left and gone wherever they want, and they haven't. So they love just playing the game where they just click buttons, collect the stuff, and that's it. They don't want to go to another server. So I understand like their servers exist, but the problem is that the server is still the server. It has to be matched up with somebody, and it has to be matched up, and it's not working. It's not, the dynamics aren't working with the way everybody's playing and how spread out it is. So you're gonna have to start combining it. You're gonna have to just do it. It is what it is. Parley's Firefly transferred to a comm server after leaving an extremely chaotic server. Yeah, and Charlie, there's nothing wrong with that. Like sometimes when the server you start in isn't your full-time life. Like you need to get some of the comm in the game to understand like you've dealt with too much chaos and you want entertainment and you're tired of the chaos. You're tired of the fighting, you're tired of the civil war, you're tired of hopping on world chat and seeing everybody call each other names and all this nonsense, and you're like, "God, just get me out of here." And you'll take anything. I did that too. I got tired of where we were, and we went to 87. And we were able to finish like 6th place from like just sticks and glue, putting a team together and finish in 6th place. We were happy about that, but at the same time, it wasn't our speed. It wasn't really what we were looking for. It was a transition time to the server. Like we were just doing it. So sometimes it's okay to hit the reset button, just go away from your current situation to find out what you want to do with the game, to find out like how to make the game fun for you again, and then go to a server that you actually find that's fun. And if that doesn't work, go to another server. I love the transferring factor. I love that they're expanding the servers that you can go to. If you're not having fun in your current environment or your current server, you can go wherever the hell you want. For most players, right? And so I love that aspect of the game allowing you to do that. I think early on a lot of people quit because they didn't get that option early enough. I think people wanted that around season 1 or even before the season happened. They were wanting like, let me out of my server. They didn't want it. They had friends in other servers. They wanted to get together with their friends. They wanted to whatever. So I think that's important to move around to wherever you want to be. And Charlie, it's your entertainment. So just go to a server you find fun, man, and do your thing. So I think that's key. Oh, is this what they were saying? This is not going to go well. So this is a perfect example. I was just talking about this. Look, I was saying, who owned this land? Was this Dos? Oh, this is Dos Ex land. So GRT is trying to take over the Dos Ex land. I don't think, one thing I've been noticing with the percentages. So in this in this season, you have to get to, you can time people out. Like, you can hold something long enough where if you can defend it for a certain amount of time, then the bank just resets and stays in your ownership. So this one's Dos Ex Bank. So somebody attacks them, they have to actually take over this bank to 100% in order to capture it. But there's a timer. And if that timer runs out, then the team that holds the bank stays with the bank. I think I saw yesterday when I was trying to figure it out, we did that against another team. And it seemed we got to about 32%, I think it was, and it timed out. So I don't, like, you could see here, the time left to capture is only 2 minutes and 25 seconds. I don't think they can get it in this time. But we'll see. Maybe this will be a good tell. Because this, you see, they got to 21%. I had thought that GRT, you got to go in. Come on, GRT. Let's just clear this bank out. And so if they can't get it, then they have to defend it, and then they have to attack it. And if they have to attack it, then that means they have to unshield to attack. And now GRT can keep going. We'll see if GRT can just get enough people in there to knock this time down to take it. You just have to make sure. So they got a minute 20. I have no more teleporters left. Go. You got to get them over here. Somewhere. Where are they coming from? I don't know, but 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There you go. Good for GRT. GRT, there's a perfect example of it. Like, we just helped our 5th alliance get this land right here. And it's, you know, if you're in a big server, it's difficult to do. I know people try to stay relevant, but it's just not feasible. Let's see if there's any other fights. Days. Like I said, this would have been great last week. There's just been way more fights over the last few days than it's really made the season fun. These guys are like staying between these two. It's an interesting strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out. Are the outposts up? They're over here. So eventually you can just go in and attack these outposts and take them over. What's interesting about these outposts is they give like a 10% buff. So one gets 10% buff to tanks, one gets it to aircraft, and one gets it to missile. Is the buffs that you get, and then there's one outpost protector that gets damage reduction of 5% when you actually capture your season outpost. And then on top of that, you have your rewards that you need to pass out. So the rewards are pretty similar to each other. It's not really that drastic. The protector reward is 5K diamonds, which is great. And then after that, it kind of goes down as far as value. You get 2K, 1K, 500. These are all pretty similar. And these are just recruitment tickets, by the way. I've been saying, I personally feel like the better reward is survivor tickets than recruitment tickets. I think they should be giving out more survivor tickets throughout the game, period. Survivors are so important. It just means so much that it would be nice to see them pass out more survivor tickets for rewards. But who's fighting up here? What do we got? How strong is this person? Let's try my air. There we go. All right, try this. How strong is this person? Oh, I'm thinking to myself, how strong are they? Because I wasn't hitting their troops. They're just out of troops. They're just out of troops. Yeah, there you go. That's why. That's why that's happening. Anybody else fighting? Let's see. Nobody at this point. Nobody at this juncture. Yeah, so I was saying, like, we were talking about the outposts, right? So the outposts this season, you saw the rewards and how you can distribute those things. So in order to build an outpost, all outposts are broken, and each outpost, no matter how strong your server is, whatever, in the beginning of the season, everybody rebuilds their own outpost. So you will, as a server, you do get your own outpost, and as a server, you work as a team to try to rebuild it. And the team who rebuilds it, and you get 5 attempts per person per day. So if you have 100 alliance, you can hit it 500 times. And then I forget how many points it is to actually rebuild it. It's like 26,000 points. Each hit is worth a certain amount of points. And then you can rebuild it. It shows you the status of like the team as it's rebuilding. And then the team who has the most points gets the outpost. They're able to pick who the protector is and all that good stuff. So you can decide who that is if you want in your server. As far as rebuilding, the team with the most participation can get it. However you want to decide who gets it for even the weaker servers. But everybody gets their own, and everybody gets those advantages. And then it becomes time where anybody can start taking your outposts. That's where it gets to the rewards to control the outposts. People have to get land next to you, and then people can take your outpost. But in the beginning, every server is given an outpost. You just have to rebuild it. So that's how those outposts. That's kind of how the week began, with us rebuilding our outposts, and now it's going to be time to do this. I've been getting a lot of messages in regards to the season, like, is this crappy season? Is this good season? Like, I hate the season. So I would say it's way too early. Well, so it's amazing to me how miserable people are playing. Some people just playing the game. But I don't know. I don't have a full opinion on the season. I gave it to you as we went. I thought the beginning of the season was rather slow. I thought it was extended too long with the zombie killing. I think they could have made the resistance better because it didn't make sense with the jump of resistance. There's certain areas to improve with this season that I'm hoping they continue to improve the season, by the way. And that's part of being a beta tester and doing these early seasons, because later on there's going to be people who play the game who get a better season 5 experience. They're changing things as we go to make this season better. So it's continuously better all the time. And the improvements, I'll show you just some of the improvements that they did. What I mean, if you look at like the patch notes that we had here, even on this one, they change things constantly. Here, season 5, look at this, 10 season 5 optimizations, and look how many optimizations they did. Look at all these things that they fix and they do and they work and they change. So like our experience is, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like, season 5 sucks. Yeah, for maybe like because you're a beta tester and these things are going to occur because you're the first one playing it. It's part of what occurred. Like, do you want to be the first one? Do you want to be whatever? It's kind of like when you go out and buy a product. If some company comes out with their product and you're the first one in line to get it because you want to have it, you want to be the first one to ever touch it. Well, guess what? You're running out there spending buku money. There's probably going to be issues with it. You might have to freaking return it because it doesn't work. There might be all kinds of things. Everybody goes through this, right? If you have something with software, it needs software updates in order to improve it. So you might have the first one, but then it takes software updates. What hasn't happened that does that? The freaking PlayStations, Xboxes, like anything you come out with, the first people that touch it, it's there's problems, there's issues, all kinds of things. You don't just say, oh, the system sucks. Like, you get the updates and it makes it better. So I give you an opinion based on how it is. I think there's things that they can improve and actually make it better. I think the resistance needs to be fixed. The fighting should have started. There should have been more fighting earlier. They should have let us go to the middle of the map a little bit earlier. It would have made it better. Like this posturing and this fun that's happening right now with all the fighting. I don't know, from a game perspective, they may be looking at it and saying, how much fighting can you sustain? All right, so this is an interesting point. Now, take it with a grain of salt because, yes, I am stronger. so I can do this. But I do want to tell you, I fought 3 battles. Wait, we fought 4 battles yesterday. Just yesterday. And you can see the troops that I still have. I'm still at 38,000 troops right now. And that's after fighting last night too. Like last night I had some time right at reset to go around and fight, and I don't know, I'm 19 million in kill event points. So I had enough time to go around and kill a little bit last night, and I still have all these troops left. So now that isn't just luck that I have all these troops left, and it's not just because I happen to be this strong. It's also, I will tell you that it's tactic cards and the fact that I'm in an alliance to defend. Like with these cards, these defense cards, they are so helpful for me when I'm in there and I'm using. It is the best card by far. There is nothing. If you are defending a bank or defending a building, especially if you're strong, this defensive regroup. Is this the one? No. It's this one. It's the defensive support. Yes, this card here, this Garrison defensive regroup. Oh my God, by far the best card in season 5. By far, right now, without a doubt. Because again, it's exactly as I was explaining it in prior to using it. What I thought was going to happen. I'm able to send my first team to defend. While that team is in there defending, if I get beat, my first team is immediately back into my base. Immediately. There isn't like it travels back. There isn't like, oh, it's faster back. No, when it says immediately, it's back in your base and then you can attack immediately. A matter of fact, I have to pay so much attention to where my team is because sometimes it's back and I don't realize it. I'm like, oh crap, I got to send it again. Which it's so awesome because you can fight if you're really close. If you can get a close spot to fight and you can use your team 1 with that card, you are just sending your team 1 every single time. You send your team 1 in, it sets, defend, you get beat, in your base, go again. And this card says that it's 10 minutes. Oh my God, yesterday I had the card at like 40 minutes. I fought battle after battle after battle with that same card. It didn't expire. So it's incredible because in conjunction with this, what's important is you have to also combine it with this card, the Garrison Duration. Because every time you win a defensive battle, it extends it by 24 seconds. And so as you win any defensive battle, you're going to go, boom, your clock's going to just go up 24 seconds, 24 seconds, 24 seconds, 24 seconds. And so it's just like you're able to stay in there and keep that card going forever. And it's amazing. And so what I've been pointing out early on, and I know Woo shared a report early on with the community that we were analyzing. And one of the things that's amazing with these battle reports is when you're defending, like if we look at one of the defending positions I had for one of my reports right here. So here's a victory in defense, right? So this person hit it. And here's my team. If you look at my squad here, first of all, with my tactic cards, look at my percentages that I'm getting from my tactic cards. Look at those percentages. I'm getting 33.5% hit point, attack, and defense boosts. Wild. That's so crazy. And then on top of that, I'm getting 4.5% boost when countered. I'm getting 4% reduction in damage from this, from just my cards. It's unbelievable. But then the important part is when you're defending, when you look at the numbers, I'm not losing any troops. My hospital needs to be maintained. I need to make sure I don't pile up. But when you're defending, I'm not losing any troops. They are. They're losing troops from attacking. So it's incredibly important from a defense position. You can fight. I could have fought 10, 12 battles. I had enough troops to withhold if I was defending. As long as I was defending and my alliance was back healing, I could have fought forever. So this thing about like how many battles can you fight in a day, how many you're going to run out of troops and whatever. Listen, I think it depends on your position. If you are in a weaker alliance and you're trying to constantly attack and you can't get into a stronghold, then you're going to lose a lot of troops because you're trying to overtake the bank. What I will also say is And what I think it's important to do to maintain troops in season 5. I'll tell you if I was in a weaker, I can give you advice from a stronger person and stronger alliance to a weaker person or a weaker alliance. I can give you advice. If you're seeing that you lost the battle, if you're trying to overtake the property and they have you at 50 to 20 or they have you at 70 to 20, stop fighting. Stop fighting. You don't get anything for ego boost. You don't get anything for, hey, at least we tried, guys. We put up a good fight. No, all you're doing is losing troops. Oh, you're not going to overtake it. If you couldn't take it before when you were at your strength and they've gotten to 70%, stop. Just stop. You're not going to win. And all you're going to do is you're going to lose all your troops because in this season you could fight so many times. You can go from one battle to the next battle to try to fight a different property and still win. So don't just, blow everybody up on one bank and just say, okay, this is the one we're going to take. If it doesn't work and your plan goes sideways, you have to stop. Because again, the key is defense. You want to find somebody you can defend against. Okay, so it's all admirable to try to fight people who are stronger than you and do whatever, but understand that with so many battles being allowed in this season to happen, it's not a one and done. You're able to continue. You can lose one battle, go to another battle, fight that one. You lose that one, you go to another battle and fight that one and win. You go to another battle and fight that. You could fight like 4 battles. And if you're touching other property and you still have a battle left, you can fight a battle just to help your server out, where you can work with another alliance and you can help them because you're touching the territory, and you may not win that battle, so it's not one of your claims. You didn't use up one of your claims. You just helped somebody else in your server weaken the other one, where you try to run out that timer, right? We talked about the timer. Like if you own a property, you just need to run out that timer. So if you have 3 different teams going for the property, it's going to be easier to run out the timer. So there's just so many different ways to look at it. But what I would say is it's important from a defense position. You are not losing any troops. And that is incredibly important as you fight. To make these troops stretch out and last, right? Because otherwise you're going to go, I'm out of troops. This season sucks. I can't fight. I don't have enough speed ups. I don't have whatever. You're not tactfully using them properly either. You also have to look at yourself and how you're playing the game. Play smart. This is not one of those where I often show you in Winter Storm where somebody attacks me and they lose. So they're like, oh, I know. I'll send 2 more. I'll send team 2 and team 3 now. And I'll lose those troops. No, this is real life. This is like your real drill grounds. Not a pretend drill ground where that's annoying as well in the pretend environment, because you should be practicing the real environment. But this is real. You don't need to lose all your troops. If you fight smart, you'll be able to extend it. And share it with your alliance too. Like, don't just the knowledge and you're sitting there with all your troops, but 70 other people are dead, because that's not going to help you either in a weaker alliance. You need everybody to have the information and be on the same. It's more important to communicate in these smaller alliances than ever, because a lot of this information, the tactic cards, a lot of people don't know. Farmers, different people who don't often have the time to put into the game, you have to share with them and help them out. Help your alliance out and have them understand how to work tactic cards, because they don't get it. They don't understand it. And you can see from this battle, you can see the importance of tactic cards. You can see it. And guys, this isn't something just for me because I'm strong, like I have this. This is because I built up my tactic cards. This is all can be anybody. Anybody can get the boosts. Anybody can get this stuff from tactic cards. So, it's just a matter of how you frame it. Also, by the way, I don't have these percentages that are so high because I happen to be strong. That has nothing to do with necessarily the money or anything else either. I've just been really smart in acquiring tactic cards every day, using the professional experience, using the resource gathering, making sure I'm capping as many possible cards that I can get every single day. And I mean every day. Compound these cards. The battle cards are so important to compound. You see where I am. I already looped this once, and now this is my second time around. I'm coming through here. And this is incredibly important too, because you carry this outside of the season. This isn't just for season play. The battle cards and your resource cards are going to go away, but these core cards are going to stay with you forever. And so I'm hearing people who are like, hey, I haven't even unlocked my core cards yet. I'm like, what? That's mind-blowing to me. When somebody tells me, I haven't unlocked my core cards. Again, that's not because I'm powerful. That's not because I'm buying cards. they're giving them to you. You're just not taking advantage of it. Free to play, you can get these cards. They're all here. You just have to kill zombies, like any level zombie, by the way. You go in and you be part of killing the zombies, and you're gonna get your cards. Go resource. This card is just based on grabbing 100,000 resources in a single gathering. How easy is that? And if you're having trouble, like, hey, I don't have the stamina or whatever, guess what? This takes no stamina. Don't come at me with, oh, well, that's because you have a bunch of stamina. This takes no stamina. There's none here. You just have to collect freaking resources. And by the way, you can up this card. Make this card level 4, level 5, level 6, whatever you want to do. Go ahead. Then this goes up. You get more rarity just from collecting resources. But it's all about cards. Like, it's about gathering these cards and getting these cards, and you see the difference in the damage it's going. But a lot of people don't know. And by the way, if you figured it out and it works, like I figured out here, for me, what works for me for defense, and I'll talk a little bit about this. I'll make a video about it to kind of help people as far as attacking goes, because same thing goes for if you're just attacking. You can get those same stats. I'm seeing these cards, and I look and analyze what other people are using from other cards. I wonder if I was in. So Dos Ex is a. I don't know that they're really. I don't see. The problem is I don't know that people pay attention to these things and know what the hell they're doing. But like I don't know. Like this person here, I don't know what they're doing for their tactic cards. I mean, yeah. Okay, they're using the 4+1. Oh, okay. Why? I just don't know why you would lift this up and march faster. Like if you're only have like if you have a weaker team, they had a weaker team, like 40 million. Why do you care how fast you march? March, crawl. I don't care how, like, there's other cards that can lift your attack and defense. Like, why do you don't need to be faster. You're good. You're fine at the speed you go. Like, yeah, just other cards are better for you. It's not, if you're weaker. Again, they're incredibly important to them to march quick. They got to go fast. They're going to go fast to their death. Like, if you're weaker, they're I don't know, like these cards that are in here, guys. If you're really weaker, you should be reserving the troops to help yourself. Especially with the battle cards. Even if you're using like some of these other cards, the attack cards here, it reduces your attribute penalties. That's not really going to help you though. I'd stay away from the attribute penalty. I still say this is better, even like the garrison attribute boost, because you're reducing your severe wound rate, and I still think that is better for somebody who's weaker. Like you're sending less troops to the hospital, which means you're using less resources, which means it gains everything. You're just better off reducing your severe wound rate and getting all of these defense cards and stack them, and just get like a 20%, 25% severe wound rate and drop that. That's what I would be focusing on. I mean, plus you get these additional attribute cards, attributes when you use these cards, so you can get you still get your defending here, your attack, and your, well, this is a blue one, so poor example, but you still can get this from these purple cards. Yeah, I don't know, I don't get that. It's a long walk after getting relocated. Okay. But then just use an RSS square to travel. Like, what do you? That's just as fast for a march speed. I mean, I don't know. It's just you're lifting up your march speed if you do that. You're not helping yourself. I would, if I'm weaker, I want to help myself. I'm gonna reduce my wound rate because it reduces my resources that I have to spend. And if you're free to play and low spender, you're probably worried about your resources. And if you got to heal, if you're fighting this much, and I'm telling you you're not losing troops, then for you, hospital maintain is going to be harder because you have to use more resources for it. You have to use a lot of resources for it. Resources don't matter to me. They're going to matter to you. I mean, so the speed ups, you can batch heal. That makes sense. But, like, if you got to heal your troops, it's going to cost. So, like, I mean, right now, like, here, I only have 229, but you can see right here, it's still resources that I have to use to heal. So resources are definitely something you have to take into consideration, which as an engineer, you're able to drive down the resources which matter. And while I always tell you guys that a lot of these things matter for your, is it in no, which one is it? Development? Does development have the resource? Yeah, the development has the resources reduction. There's other things that have resource. I think in, is it in special forces? I think has some resource reduction. Is there something in here that does it? Right? Yeah. Yeah, right here. Healing speed, hospital capacity. There's no okay, so this one doesn't have resource. One of them has resource. Which one is it? Is it defense? Maybe it's defense I'm thinking of. Fortification? Is this? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Defense fortification. So people make fun of you for doing something like this. They'll be like, oh, you're wasting your valor doing something like this. But I'm telling you, like if you're a free to play and low spender and you're worried about stuff like reducing resource costs is incredibly important because it's not one thing. It's not you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna save 10,000, ha 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 ha. No, it's every single time you do it, you save. It's a compound factor. You fight more than anything. You lose troops more than anything. You heal more than anything. So it's compound. It's return of investment. For somebody who's a low spender, you're trying to lift those resources. Of course, this matters. That's crazy. It's crazy talk. I mean, somebody from my point of view who's telling you, yeah, no, that doesn't matter. Get the power. Yeah, because they're not looking at it from your point of view. Like, of course, the resources are going to matter. But yeah, you got to use the tactic cards, guys. You got to figure it out. You got to look at what works for you, what really makes sense for this. Oh yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I do sometimes forget. I'll go here. Thank you. Thank you, Hamad, and welcome in. By the way, welcome in. Yeah. So anyway, an incredible part of the season. So obviously, also the protector field. Incredible part. This is ridiculous to try to raise in season 5. I'm only on what am I on? I'm level 26, and it's already at like 5 million. It's at 7.2 million beans, which is outrageous. So to get it, once you get to like 20, I think it was like 23 or 24, it starts to really climb the ladder and get ridiculous. And now it's 26. I can't lift this thing, very fast at all. Now, the bar here, the Misleer bar, what I'm doing is there was very low, so I got my pilot bar for my air because it's my second team. I did get this to level 8, but after that, it started to get like 189,000, and I realized like I'm just stacking my team 1. I highly encourage you to just focus on one and get this maxed out. And I'm already at level 25 from doing this. So I will let you know, like this is right now, this one is 2 million, which means I'm already halfway there. I'll get this to 26 today. 2 million I can still get in a day. I haven't done the math in a long time. So, I know you'll quote me on this and like rip me apart in the comments, but it's like 2.4 million I think you get per day when they're maxed out. It's something like that if you're using the $5 for the extra thing. So every day you can get, I think it's like 100,000 and something thousand. I think because it's like the output is 21,000 per, so it's like 100,000 per hour. So yeah, it probably I guess I get like 2.4 million, somewhere like that. Would be my guess. So, this right now is still at 2 million. So I'm still in a single day, and it's been going up pretty slow. So I'm guessing like even when I get to 26, I'll be able to get to 27. And there's like 14 days left in the season, I want to say. Oh, I'm not back in my server. I don't know where I want to drop in, by the way. Find out where I am. This map is so big, it makes me drunk sometimes. We'll keep our eye on that because I think I'm still. Oh no, I'm done. All right, let me just throw my show on while I'm talking so I don't get walloped. Yeah, so this is the season has 22 days left. So there's still a couple weeks of fighting. And I'm already at 25 for this. So my guess is I'm gonna be you're able to take your team one to the top pretty quick. In here. Thanks, Woo. Yeah, it's something like that, right? 108,000. So you're able to take this. I'm gonna guess that this is gonna be not a problem to get this to in the past, it's been 35, I think. So we'll see if it's 30 or 35 because in the past, these things have been the 35 too. These little factories. So I don't know if they're going to keep it at 30 or 35. If it's at 30, my guess is I'm probably going to get all three of these to 30 by the end. I'll have all three done. But if it's only this one, if this goes to 35, it could be a while. I don't think it tells us what level it goes to, right? I didn't see anywhere that it told us. I can ask our friends in the beginning, in the earlier servers to see if they know, but my guess is it's like 35. But anyway, I would work on your team one, make sure you're capping that out, and then move on to your team two. There's no sense in splitting them up. I'm not even touching my third team. Why? I barely use it, so I'm not gonna touch it. I don't need to spread around everything. I wanted to get the percentages, and you're getting a boost. It's a good boost, by the way. So the boost damage you're getting for each vehicle, but the good thing is it's just a boost damage that's happening. It's not going into your power, so my power hasn't really increased after doing it. Every time I upgrade, my power hasn't really moved. So I think they learned their lesson off of the first couple seasons, because I remember when we had these buildings, what was it, season 1 when we first did this? Oh my God, there was a crap storm when everybody lost like 1 million in power. When we lost our buildings and everybody freaked out and started going. And if you notice now, there's wording to all these things that says you will lose the power at the end of the season. It says it like right in the weekly thing. Yeah, that's 100% from the OG servers. 100%. We complained so much about that, and they didn't really care. Because, well, here's the thing. Back in the day when we were doing it, they didn't disclose to us that you were going to lose that. They didn't say it. So you pay for these things, and all of a sudden they ripped it away. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought it was keeping this power, and people paid for it, and they just ripped it away. And then they started disclosing it, but they did not do that early on for us. So nobody knew that they were going to just like lose their power. I think it's in the weekly pass. It says it, right? Caffeine factories say I know there's wording somewhere that says you lose the power. It's in the fine print in one of these things and like about the season or whatever. I've seen it multiple times. It tells you that you're gonna lose it. Right here. I'm sorry. It's right here. This building will disappear when the season ends. So it tells you the building's going to disappear. That did not say that before. We actually, when we first got these in season 1, season 1, we thought that these buildings were going to be our new buildings. Like we were just going to keep them. And after the season ended and whatever, and then they got ripped away, and that was the end of that. I can't remember if that was season 1 or season 2 though. I thought they started these buildings in season 1, but it could have been season 2. I don't remember. Maybe if you guys remember out there, I don't recall which season we did them in, but I do remember they didn't tell us they were taken away, and they took them away. Knee Clapper, welcome in. Knee Clapper, I like it. Another good name. I'm liking it. Knee Clapper. Caffeine Institute is level 42 with 9,200 resistance. Caffeine Institute is 60. Oh, you have the Caffeine Institute at 42. Got you. I feel like they nerfed it already, or does that seem right? Any my season 5 second week? Yeah. Oh, wait. Wait. Knee Clapper. All of a sudden, you are at level 42. When you get to level 57, I think it's, what was it now? 55? I think it was like 55 to 56 or to 57. I can't remember which. You jump from something like 14,000 to like, what the hell am I now? 28,000. So you're going to jump from like 14,000 to like 24,000 in one move from like level 55 to 56. You'll be going along and you're like, guys, we're never going to be able to beat these things in the middle. We're never going to be able to conquer these things. The resistance is too high. Then all of a sudden, man, you're going to be like, holy crap, it just freaking jumps way up. And it does that like 2 in a row, 3 in a row. Like it's 56, 57, 58. All of a sudden at 57, 58, 59, or whatever it was. What is it, 50? Is it 56? Yeah, it just jumps so high, bro. Yeah, you're going up at 500 increments, and then all of a sudden you go up at 5,000 increment. You're like, what? Dude, it makes no sense. The developers, I don't know what they're thinking about for that one. I told you, that is definitely one of my negative feedback items for the season would be that. It certainly, they didn't plan that out properly. And again, for me, that's just constructive criticism. That's not me hating on anybody. I don't hate on the game. I love the game we play. I don't. I just call it like it is, like the truth of like some of the things they obviously could have improved. Like, and I'm sure the newer servers will have that improved. They'll figure that out, but they need to space out the resistance a little bit more. And I think what they were trying to do was solve you from going in the middle map too early. And again, I really think that goes back to my original point that I was talking about the fighting. I think the developers creating this season thought all of us talk about fighting. Hey, let's fight all the time. Hey, let's fight. Hey, there's not enough fighting. Let's fight. Blah, blah, blah. So I think they threw in, they're like, okay, you know what? We'll give them more fighting like season 1. We'll make it so you can fight more times. And that's definitely occurring right now. I have zero complaints about season 5 right now as we stand what we're doing. I actually am having a blast. We are fighting plenty. There are battles to take place. We're strategic. We're moving around. It's actually working quite well. All my complaints I had the week before that I said they should have done this earlier was all I said. But I actually am enjoying this. I'm enjoying the fighting and going forward. But I will say that I don't know the developers coming in if they thought like, man, maybe it'll be too much fighting for people because it takes so long to create troops. When they're out of troops, they're not going to be able to fight for a week. Maybe it's just too much fighting. Maybe we shouldn't start it earlier. So I get it. I get if that kind of their thought process, because it's true. You all know that. You don't have the speed ups necessarily to sit there and make troops every single day if you run out. So, I can understand where they're coming from in that regard. I will say though, because they only allow 10 to reinforce a bank, if you did take off a battle or you took off a couple battles because you were recouping your troops, you'll be all right. It's okay. Like the only 10 can reinforce. So people got you. Like you can just kind of be there for support. Like be there for moral support. Hit their help button and help clean their hospital. Speaking of, hit their help button and help clean their hospital. You don't need to fight every single battle if you are free to play or low spender and you don't have the troops. Don't feel like you have to. But the people that do don't also think like, oh, they should have their time in the game reduced because you can't build the troops faster. Like everybody should, support whatever you are, whatever pay scale you're playing the game at. There needs to be interest for everybody. If everybody only built the game for free to play towards that and catered to that, then people who would spend would disappear because it's catered to free to play. If you only catered to people that are spending, then the free to play start disappearing, and that doesn't work either because that's your audience, that's your fun. So just know that I think they didn't know what to do there. They were probably, and because we're in a test, you're going to hear a lot of feedback coming from season 5 from all of us that are testing the game out. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt if you're from an earlier server because you're going to have a different experience. So don't get turned off. I'm sure they'll keep tweaking stuff. And like I went in here and showed you, the amount they're tweaking is wild. I mean, I applaud them for this. And being part of the early server, I understand that this is part of it, and I enjoy it. They'll do plenty of things, and they'll fix plenty of things we move. But look at all of these things. You can see all of these. Look at this. It starts here. Right here is where level 10, the 10 season 5 optimizations, and then look at all the things that were changed just the other day. Look at all these. All the improvements you see. I mean, it's just incredible. Incredible. All of this. Yeah, I applaud them for continuing to improve the season. I like that it's a different aspect of the season and how we're playing, how we're strategizing. I like the 8 servers in one place still. I think that's, I don't know. I still think early on, I think it's more a problem with looking in the mirror and understanding that you can make it more fun by having 8 servers on one. Like, it makes it easier. It's a cop out, though. I'll say this. It's a cop out for us to make this comment, but I'm going to make it. It's easier in factions because they tell you who to hate. They tell you who your enemy is in a faction, so you know who to fight. It's 4v4. I know who my enemy is. It makes it easier to fight. It's also a cop out on my part because, listen, they're allowing you to do whatever you want. It's control. It's tweaking whatever you want. You can hate whoever you want. You can like whoever you want. We're not going to dictate it, is basically what they're saying. What would you prefer? So I'll say that it's really up to your control. And as you can tell, because 6 servers chose to hate us. So like we have 6v1 in this season right now. So it is what it is. But I will say, just make sure you're fighting. Don't let diplomacy hold back your season 5. Everybody's going to fight when you get to the middle of the map. So if you're not fighting, just fight. Figure it out. Make some enemies. You're going to have to make enemies anyway. Make them. Just do it and fight. I wish we did. I wish we had more fun. We would have had more fun in the 3rd week had we fought more people and sought out more, anger. But I think you don't know that. I think our strategy team did an amazing job talking to folks, figuring out what we were going to do, planning and plotting and moving forward. It's just other servers control that where, you start having all the conversation and the backstabbing happens and everybody gets together and decides they're going to do something. Cool. It's better to find that out early on. It's been a wild ride. I'm at the point I'm enjoying the season though. It's great. I enjoy the season in this server. Just straight up, I encourage everybody to migrate. Do whatever you need to do to get out of whatever server and situation you're in. If you are not having fun with this game and this game has become boring to you, or you do not like the people that you're surrounded by, or whatever the case may be, just put yourself in a situation until it clicks, until it works for you, until the people that you're with is just hitting a home run. Move around. The game lets you do it, so why not? You can always, especially if you're using a blue seat, if you like it, if you're a good player and a server's sad to lose you, and you decide to go back, like, they'll take you back. If they really liked you and you were good, they'll take you back. They don't care. They won't look at that as a wasted seat. They'll be happy that you chose to come back. So I would say move around, because in the game myself, I love the team that we have, and it's been great to be on the server. So let's see. Cream coffee is impossible to get. Okay, so cream coffee, great. You want to talk about that? So what they're referring to, for those of you that don't know, there's these different coffee cups that free up at different times. In order to look, you click on the unlock button and it'll show you how do you get this recipe. Right, this one you can get in the Crystal Gold Shop. The last 2 I have left, I get in the Crystal Gold Shop, which are right here. So what it's referring to is the Crystal Gold Shop. Eventually, it unlocks right here are the 2 recipes. Oh no, I'm sorry, those are the 2 that I bought. Unlocks in 1 day. Here's one of the recipes right here. Is the caramel coffee recipe, and then there's one more in 8 days. That's the mocha coffee. So you can get the recipes, whatever. What do they do? Every single one comes with a little buff. So it increases your resistance to 500. 500 is the max you can get on any cup or any coffee that you're using, but it also comes with a buff. Every different coffee comes with a buff. So this one's Mark Speed. Oh, those people with the battle cards of the Mark Speed are going to be pumped. Woo! Their speed's going to go like 20 to 25%. Man, you're going to be able to fly somewhere. And then you get like this one, skill damage. This is the one I'm waiting for. The skill damage goes up by 5%. All of them have buffs. So there's one right here that lifts food, iron, and output. It's called the cream coffee. Now, the only way you can get this one is by having an elite Doom drop it. And it's anywhere from Doom 91 to 120. Now that I told you what that is, I will tell you. So what I did was it took me 31 rallies before I got it. I've had other people take 50 rallies and takes whatever. I did 31. And by the way, Ariel, I didn't wait. I did them in a row. So I didn't do them like 10 here, 5 here, 10, whatever. I ripped 31 in a row. I just sat and did the rallies, and then I had one drop. And I think it was my 31st rally. I had one drop in a row. Everybody's different though. I've heard people in my own alliance that were like, I just wasted all my stamina and couldn't get it. By the way, it's only really like you're trying to get it. It's only a 5% boot iron coin boost. I've been using it because I don't know, these other ones, just the research speed's 5%, or training speed you can use for 2%. You got construction for 5%. So it's all different. I wish the training speed was 5%. Just do it at 2%. It's like, come on, guys. Based on the season and as much as people need to train, let them friggin' train at 5%. Like, why is that going to really kill you? You know what I mean? But I don't know. They should have made the coffee for troop speed more powerful. Sure, I don't blame you. Like, might as well. Like, I don't care if they can make that speed like, where's your troop speed? Where's the troop speed? Oh, it's one of these? Oh yeah, Mark speed. Yeah, the one Mocha. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you. Like 5% just doesn't seem like a ton to me when they say 5%. So I don't know that the buffs are really that strong. I think they, maybe they will. By the way, so Bellico like who's that? Hammond. So Hamad, welcome in. By the way. Maybe they will. Maybe they will fix that in a future release of the season. Maybe they'll lift up and make these buffs stronger, or change them, or do whatever. Lord knows they've done so many things to these cards, or so many things to our season to update different things and make things stronger. Matter of fact, one of the things that they did, by the way, that I'm not a fan of, I don't know, like obviously people were complaining, hey, we have too much fighting. My guess is that some of these developers are football fans. Because the new update that was put in said that where is it? Right here. Added Sunday as a truce day. The F is a truce day. Like, give me who's got truces going on right now? We're at each other's, I don't care who you are. We're at each other's throats. There's no truce day. There's no bullshit. Prohibiting the capture of strongholds in cities that already have owners. So you can't overtake a city. You can't overtake a stronghold on Sunday. They made it a truce day. That's just starting this week. And by the way, I was asking the OG servers who started, did they have this rule in? And even for them, they were not. They were able to fight on Sundays, and now they're just starting this. So this is going to be the first week that they put this in, where Sunday is a truce day. So put on your football game. No fighting. No fighting. Unless you can get a vacant property, you can't. You're not going to be able to do any battling for any land. So it kind of, I don't know. I don't know how that works, because when you think about it, like everything's set up on a timer. Like you're figuring out for time, like 6 days, 5 days, right? Like this right here. Like this is up 11 hours, but you can look at somebody else and they could be sitting on property for 1 day, 6 days, like different time. When you have a truce day, it just completely like makes everything even now. Like you're going to have 10 buildings that are going to come up at the same time. You're not going to be able to strategically time anything anymore, because you're going to have all these buildings that are going to come up at once. So, it is what it is. But, oh, Charlie, honor points. Honor points for me, actually, I've been so freaking busy. I haven't been able to do DS, based on holidays and stuff, parties, like different things. So my honor points, I'm still at 215. I'll get to 210. I'll get to 10, but understand, like I missed out on, I think, like 2 weeks of Desert Storm. So I'm so far behind. At least 2 weeks, actually. I might have 3 weeks. Because between, like, I had a birthday weekend coming up, I couldn't do it. We were out, and then we were out. I couldn't have a time for it this week either, because we were out. So, yeah, it's been a rough go of it for me and these honor points this week. I still don't think I'll have a problem. I'll kick it into gear. Still have 18 days for this month, plus the beginning of next month, and then once I kick it into gear, I think I'll be all right. But yeah, Charlie, it's been rough. It has been rough for me not doing. You got to do DS. You got to do DS to get those honor points right now. Don't miss out on it. What card would you use instead of 4+1? Why would I want a card instead of 4+1? Okay. I guess if you're saying you don't want to use 4 plus, if you're listen, you're asking 4+1, but if you have an air team, I highly recommend that you're using Murphy in your air squad with a 4+1. It just proved, like report after report after report. It just continuously proves that it's better. Now Morrison's going to enter in a whole different sandboxing routine for that, but. And by the way, the other one is missile. I am not moving my missile. I've showed you guys that on numerous lives of why I'm not breaking apart my missile team. What card would I use instead of 4+1? Oh! I know what card I would use. I probably go with the well, for me. What strength are you? What card would you use with 4+1? That's a loaded question, Bellico. Like where are you for strength? Are you like are you mid spender, high spender? Where are you? Low spender, free to play? That matters. Because to me, if I had to switch out the card, I'd probably go to the attribute card. I probably go here. For me. But defense cards are phenomenal, especially if you're free to play low spender. Like right now, I'm using these 2 defense cards. This, if you're not using counter reversal, this is a default for you. Then I just answered your question. If you're not using this, then you should be. You're mid spender? Okay. Are you using the counter reversal card already? Because if you're not, then you're all set. Because that should absolutely be in your arsenal. Your mid spender. You could go attack. I will say even for level 1s, like if you're not lifting these cards up, I would switch out cards if you're attacking cities, by the way. One thing that I've seen, like if we get into a city battle where we're going against another team, I would 100. Okay, you are all right. If you're going into the city battle, I would 100% use these three bombs for your city battle, because for that battle in itself, it's going to add durability damage. So even if you don't lift the level for it, switch out the cards and use the damage of the cards, because nobody's hitting your base. You're not hitting somebody else's base. You're hitting a building. And so for that damage, you no longer care as much about some of your other cards that you're using, right? So like, I don't care about my severe wound rate anymore, right? I don't care about my defense regrouping. I don't care about being countered. None of that matters when you're hitting a building. So when you're hitting a building, make sure you switch out your cards to your bomb cards. I wouldn't recommend, by the way, necessarily improving those cards, because you're only going to use them to hit the buildings. You're not going to. 98% of all your other game is bank captures. It's not helping you. And other fights, any other fight you have on kill event, it's not helping you. And anything outside, Desert Storm, Winter Storm, 3v3, like none of it's helping you outside of the game. So I wouldn't really, until you cap out the other cards, I wouldn't really recommend you necessarily have to increase any of these, because it's the only time you're probably going to be using it. Yeah, so you, I don't care. Like, the March speed isn't going to get me to tell you to do March speed because you're a mid-spender. I don't think you need an attribute penalty, so I don't know that really the attack cards are the way to go for you. And so I would go probably with your, I'm hoping you're using the attribute boost. Everybody should be using that. Hoping that you're using the garrison duration, so you should have that in. The only one would be if you want to do this, because it's under defensive regroup. This also recovers allied bases, and when you increase it. So since you're probably attacking banks so much, so if you're a defender, I would say this: if you're defending a lot, Bellico, like if you're defending, then go and do garrison. If you're attacking, then you probably want to, if you find yourself you're not defending and you're attacking more, then I would probably tend more to an attack card. But I don't know, I'm trying to think for you because you're mid spender and you don't really probably hitting. I don't know how often you're hitting multiple squads, like multiple people. If you're hitting a base. That's a good one for your situation. I think I would still with these two plus this. I would let me see what the march speed actually does for these. For march speed, additional march for every 50%. You don't want that. Contaminated ground, you don't need that. Yeah, I think you're better off using. I still think you're better off using an attribute penalty card here. Like after win, do you find yourself Bellico? Do you find yourself fighting more than once? Like, do you find yourself hitting somebody and then hitting somebody again? Do you do that a lot? Like you a mid spender where you're that strong where you're doing that? Oh yeah. Okay, you're strong. You're strong for a mid spender, bro. 64 million is good. That's strong. Yeah. 100. Then you know what? Yeah. Go ahead and use the attribute bonus. Yeah. I would be using the attribute bonus here. The battle streak duration is good. I like the duration one better, but you can also, this one's pretty good. The attribute boost, the boost that you get, because this just happens all the time. When you're out, you don't need a specific status to use them. So, as opposed to getting a boost during Bloody Recovery, where you get additional boosts on here. So I like the fact that you can actually just get the bonuses and they go up constantly after every single battle without using any perk to get it. So you can definitely use an attack card. But if you are defense, just defense your card. Like if you find yourself your team is strong and you're reinforcing buildings, then defense your cards out and then use also the counter reversal. Just use the 3 defensive cards and counter reversal because you're defending a lot. If you're attacking more, then I would say move the 4+1 to the attribute boost if you don't want it. But you're 64 million, man. Why isn't your second team? What are you using for teams? I mean, for crying out loud. All right, they waited for the Bears to lose to the Packers at least before putting in that truce day. Well, the Bears actually play the Packers in next week, so it was 2 out of 3. So we're gonna go through this Bears Packers thing all over again next week. My Murphy is not developed. That is why I don't use Murphy. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Is your Air your number 1 team? Because you're about to get Morrison anyway, so probably won't do it. You're 64 million though. You should have 2 teams, my man. Still confused about 4+1. No, you don't know about 4+1 card? What's the confusion? You're just getting the attribute. You're getting the attribute bonuses. So for your 4+1, just look at your squad types, and does that tell you right here? Yeah, right here, man. This will tell you all you need to know. So when you take out and right here, when you deploy 5 heroes, you get this right here. Your boost hero hit point, attack, and defense by 20% respectively in a battle. So when you take 1 hero out, it drops, and you drop from 20% to 15%. When you use the 4+1 card, you stay at the 20%. So pretty simple. But not only that, by the way, it's also giving you the 4.5% for each unique troop type present in the battle. You get 4.5% bonus to the attack, defense, and hit points. In addition to the 20% that you go into battle. So hopefully that helps you, Anonymous. We'll keep you anonymous. We don't want to let anybody know. Keep it a secret that you come to the WWC. Don't let too many people know. What is the best gold card for attacking? Oh, attacking. Okay, attacking. Still say you should be defending, but I think there's just a straight up. Oh, let's go to the core cards for attacking. It's right here. So, so this the morale boost. The problem with the attacking is you have to be strong. You have to attack multiple times. Stats for 10 minutes. Blood recovery is 10 minutes. Winning a PvP battle on the world map restores 30%. Oh, yeah. This is really good. I really like this card, Charlie. If I'm attacking, I really like the 30%. Now, I don't know what this is. Like, what is it when... Let's look at what it is without the full... like, what is that card right now without having anything? Oh, it's 30%. Okay. So if I use this card, I get 30%. That's pretty good. 30% is pretty good. I will tell you that from an attacking perspective, what card I always use is this. When we're in the off-season, Charlie, I use the morale boost. This is the card that I use for attacking. This is one of the cards that I use as my main cards in the off-season when I'm not worried about defending or holding a building or anything like that. This is my card. This is a morale boost card I use. So, but again, I'm hitting multiple, like, you know, like Bellic over here just said, 64 million, you're hitting multiple people, then your morale is going up by multiple times. So I will say, if you're hitting multiple people, you're attacking, then it makes sense to use the card because your morale is going to go through the roof. But if you are in, you know, if you're just, you don't hit anybody, you're one and done, and you're back to your base, then it probably would make more sense to lift your attack boost up and then use your medical. I doubt you're going to get much from, like, this is attacking, but I don't know, again, that you're going to really care about the march speed. I don't know. Like, I don't know why, you know, necessarily the bump of march speed is going to necessarily help you. Charlie, I don't understand the want for that. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. This is the one I use. Like, eventually, when we get done with the season, I'll probably take this card here. Probably this card actually. I'll probably take this card for the defense support. Can I get for 10? Yeah, I'll take this card off. I'll reset this card right here, and I'll probably put it into the attack card because in the off season, I like the balance. I like to have. You guys know I like to do 50-50. I like to have defense and I like to have attack. I don't like to go all in on one thing because I never know if I'm going to have to defend or attack. So I'll split between the two and get the best of both worlds. These two are my off-season cards that I use. So take that for what it's worth. But hey man, Cub, welcome in. Welcome in. Always good to see you. Using the attribute won't boost one. My second team is tanked 50 million, and we are on the main server. I have to reset. Don't ask me why, but I maxed the march speed one. Yeah. Well, Charlie, you don't have. It doesn't matter. The beautiful thing about these cards are you can't make a wrong move because you just sell the card. You'll get it again. You'll get it again. I actually got a 1+2 over here. By the way, finally, out all the cards I've gotten so many cards. I've gotten 2 1+2 cards. So still no 1+3 cards and nothing actually of value that I'm actually going to use. But I did get 1+2. And I saved the cards. Like, these are the cards that I have. I save them because I don't know if I'm going to want to switch to them. And I give myself the option. You don't have to. You can sell all the ones that you're not using if you want to bump up your cards. Right now, I've done pretty good. I'm level 6, level 7, and level 5, and level 5. So I've done pretty good on this. Actually, I'm probably ready to go up another one. Just about, yeah, because I can sell cards. I haven't opened these packs. I'm hoping to get a core card eventually because I've been getting so many these cards. Eventually, I'm hoping to open up a core card. See, what did I just say? What did I just say? I was due. I had a feeling I was due. for a core card. I'm telling you, you open up so many packs. When you open up a ton of, you guys saw that. I got a gold core card, right? I'm so happy I did that live. I did a gold card, and I did that. You guys saw it. I did it on a blue pack. On a blue pack, I did it. Because if you get enough of these, I'm telling you, you will eventually get a ton of core cards. You just have to do it. Look how my core cards are coming along very nicely, by the way, guys. Like, if you look at my core cards and how they're stacked right now, I have 2 pieces on this one. I have 2 pieces on that. One, and I just got a second. I just got a second one from this, so I can add that. One here. I got one here, and almost. So that's, I got one on 5, and I got 2 pieces on 2. So, killing it with the core cards. And again, can't say this enough. It's not about money. It's not about high spending. Like, it's all about just making sure you're getting your resources and using your cards wisely to your advantage to get, just do it by resource if you want. Just make sure you're getting your cards. And now we can go, we got a core card though. So now, where did my core card go? Did he just give it? Did it give it to me? Did it put it in here? I might have only had, one on that thing. Which card did I get? It was the monster one, right? It's this one. Yeah, I only got one. So I only got one. So I need one more. You need one more. I will tell you, it's going to be really hard as we go forward to get additional pieces on here. Because you look, I have one piece. Let me go to the one that I have. Like, I have 2 pieces on this, and then I get 2 cards, and I get another one. I'm waiting for it to tell me I need like 5 pieces or 6 pieces to go to another slice of a pie eventually, right? Eventually, I'm waiting for it to tell me that. I wonder if the developers have even decided on what they're going to do on how many it's going to take to complete this star, because I don't imagine anybody has completed a star. I don't think we've gotten enough choice cards to do it. You would have had to get and use all your choice cards on the same exact thing, and I don't think we've had that many choice cards. Maybe 3, maybe 4 if you're lucky. I don't even know if we had 4 though. But even if we did, that's still not enough. You would need at least the first one's only 1, and then let's say it is 2. Let's just say it's 2 per. That would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. You would need 9 choice cards in order to do this or get lucky enough to get the same card over. So I think the developers might be trying to figure out still how they want to allow us to complete these cards. But I'm coming along quite nicely on my core cards, and you guys just saw I opened it with a blue pack. So incredibly important. Don't just think blue packs suck. Purple packs, whatever pack you get. This season, I probably only had 2 or 3 of the I probably had 2 gold cards. I think I've gotten so far this season, where I've gotten the actual gold pack here. I think I got maybe 1 or 2. So these don't come often, but you don't need them to get your core cards. You just have to keep opening these. Just keep opening them. Eventually it pops. I don't know why. I just had a funny feeling I hadn't had one in a little bit. That I was due to get another one of the core cards. It was the monster card, which, if I had to pick which card to get, it wouldn't have been that one. Because I only used that for the season. But listen, as far as I'm concerned, I would be a hypocrite to tell you guys how long we're going to be playing this game for. I keep telling you. So this is a long-term tool, right? We're trying to complete these core cards in the long term. We want to keep, and that's why this season, you only have a certain amount of time. Every single day, you have to capitalize on those card packs. Because we're only in the season. Once we're done with the season, the packs go away. And you can't improve your core cards anymore. You can't get experience. You can't get anything. You're kind of stuck. Now, you can get experience, but it's ridiculously expensive. And you're not going to pay for it. So you have to take advantage of it, of getting as many card packs as humanly possible. And by the way, the last thing I'll say about the card packs, when you're selling cards, you don't have to worry about when you're dismantling cards. I hit dismantle. You can hit quick select. It gets rid of all your crap cards. like all the ones that don't matter, it'll keep all your purple ones. So you can still decide on your purples and go through it, but feel free to just have quick select and get rid of the garbage cards right away. You don't need any of these. There's nothing you're waiting for. You can look real quick to see if you have like a 1+1 on the green cards anywhere, like for this to be able to get cards or something. Maybe that's worth it to just look real quick, but use quick select and just get rid of them all. You don't need them. And then make your decision here. I will look this. By the way, I will just say this too. I make my decision on which cards I'm going to delete based on the attributes. So you can see here, like I have 2 cards here. I have one. Well, this is a bad example because they are a +1. If they're level +1, I keep them because I don't know if I'm going to go to the card. So pretty much anything that's level 1, I'll get rid of, and I'll keep the +1. Now it's becoming 1+1 and plus. So like this one, I have a 1+2. Normally, what I was doing before is looking at the attributes of these cards to decide which one I wanted. So I was actually going in to the cards I owned, coming into the battle cards, and I was doing it one by one. It was very tedious. I was looking at them and going, do I want this card? Let me look at these. But as you can see, I have plenty of 1+2s, 1+1s, 1+1s. So pretty much these are all going to end up being my duplicates, are down here. And I don't care about them anymore. So I can, you can sit there and, just if you have one and do it. I'm really incredibly cautious about keeping every single card type, though, that I have. So I don't know when I'm going to want to use it, or maybe if I want to switch to it, or so I don't commit to getting rid of all of them. But if I don't have a 1+1, if I have a 1+1, then the card can pretty much go. It doesn't matter what the attributes are. This one I don't have, and this one I have. So you can see, just from getting rid of those duplicate cards, I probably have enough now to lift one of my cards here, which I've maxed out. I maxed out my 4+1, so I'm done there. And now it's a matter of, I do love the counter reversal card. I'm going to take, though, the attribute boost, because I believe it's the biggest difference maker here. So severe 7 to 8. This one goes 24 to 20. I can tell you right now, my garrison duration, I don't really need to lift this. 24 seconds has given me plenty of time to fight 4 battles yesterday. I kept going over and over again. So I'm actually going to take the attribute, the severe wound weight, but the squad gains. Now it goes from 9% to 10.5% when I'm in defense support. So I'm going to take my attribute boost for my defense support next. I'm going to get them all to 7 anyway, but yeah. So this is where I'm at. I still, by the way, this card here, my counter reversal card, I have not been able to find a +1 card. It's wild. They won't even give me a +1. Never mind a +2 and a +3 that I'm waiting on. This card, I haven't gotten one single +1 on it. So, and I keep opening them and opening them. But the next thing is trying to get the +2 and the +3. I imagine they're reserving those for the last couple weeks so you don't max out everything at once. And then I will tell you, actually, I keep saying the last thing, but I will tell you that once I finish going through these, what I'll probably up next, once I max these cards that I'm using out, what I'll probably do next is the destruction cards for the durability damage. Because the bomb cards are incredibly useful when I'm destroying a building. And I'll probably use these next more than anything else. So I will go to my destruction cards next after I complete these. And then when I'm going to get into a building battle, I'll cycle these cards in and I'll put my other cards out. So, anyway, that's my game plan. Whole season, I finally unlocked a monkey and named it Cash Grab. Best part, I spend no money to unlock it. Well, it's cash grab. Good for you. Good for you. that is quite fun. I like it. Hey Vader, welcome in. Arrow, what's up, buddy? Tactic cards. I hope I don't make mistakes in season 4 start. You can't make mistakes. Just get your core cards. You're gonna keep them, so you'll get them. I have yet to see a video guide properly showing all aspects of how the decks work and they assign to one squad or all. Could not find info. The decks. What do you mean the decks? I don't know what decks you're talking about. Captain Heggs needs to make screenshots of perfect decks to acquire in what order? What decks do you mean, Earl? You just mean how you stack it? How you stack the cards? We made I made a video earlier before we started. I started making like a tactic cards video. And I'm gonna make a follow up now because I went over kind of the cards, but even my first one that I made for season 5, I wasn't sure what ones to use. But now I'm 100% confident now in being in battles and knowing what it does, like these cards. 100% what I would do in these cards. But it's good. Like actually, we were just talking to I don't know if you guys noticed, but Captain Hedgehog actually joined our WWC Discord. So I've actually been talking to him a little bit too. So I will pass that information, Arrow, to the Mr. Hog, and hoping to do some coordination with Captain Hedgehog for the WWC. You know, because again, like I feel like our interests align with what Captain Hedgehog's point of what he's doing and what we're doing. I feel like they align because like we're both just trying to help the game that we love and pass as much information out to the people and get the community together to just make the experience in the game better. And that's really our goal. We haven't hid that. We've said that from the very beginning when we only had 1 subscriber. And, you know, we keep going up and we only had 1. By the way, we just hit 700 on our WWC community. So in like, it's been 4 months now, I think, 3.5, 4 months, we got 700. It's awesome. And so that's really our goal. And really we're looking to align with people that are looking to make the game experience, which is why the coordinates, folks, by the way, let me give a quick plug to my coordinates people. Wolfie and her team, if you're in our, if you join and you happen to be in our Discord, and you're here, by all means, jump on in. And up at the top, you'll see there's Wolfie and team coordinates. Hop into coordinates to any server. Go ahead and subscribe. Go into the server. This is where you can find their link. Click in, and then go. Once you're in here and you sign up for the coordinates, you can click on coordinate requests. And you can ask for any server, any position, anywhere you want. If you want to see somebody's location, your DS opponents, you want to talk to somebody, you want to ask somebody something, you want to have an in-game chat with them, just let the coordinates team know what server you want, and they will give you the link in-game. They'll give you the link to that server. They will find you and give you that team. So we are coordinating with them. Again, you can find the link. Just go in again to our WWC Discord, which is in the on the front of our YouTube page. You can go in and get that. We have Wolfie and team coordinates. It'll be right there, and you can sign up. Amazing, amazing people. Also, I wanted to pass along. Right now, they are actually looking for volunteers on the coordinate site to help them to plan things. They do some really cool stuff, looking at VIP 18 bases and tracking those on their spreadsheets. They do so much work and they don't ask for anything from the community. They just provide. So if you want to volunteer, you want to help them out and be part of the team, please go ahead and hop in there, contact Wolfie and let her know. And let her know that WWC sent you. Because they have been an amazing partner. Bun and just everybody on here on this site that helps everybody go through and get the sites. You'll get them. I just can't say enough about them. They're an amazing group of people. So yeah, partnering with people like that is what we're looking to do. That's what the WWC is looking to do. We don't care about all these companies that are offering us money to do these top-ups and like, hey, promote us and promote this and tell your people to follow us here. And no, not going to happen. Don't really care. I don't care. I heard people making like thousands of dollars doing that nonsense. I'm like, yeah, I'm all set. It's not that serious to push out. I don't even know. You guys can use one of those sites and all of a sudden like have your complete account wiped out for all I know. I'm not willing to put your account at risk by promoting it. So not interested. All set. But Coordinates, people, go see Wolf. Anyway, back to the show. Cuba, I do a lot of math. I have Excel charts about dollar per item value in all. I'll show you some. I love it. Go ahead. Send me a friend request. Yeah, send it on over. Either help the community or maybe Hedgehog would be interested in some of the stuff, or having you coordinate and help out. I have no problem if you have stuff that you're looking to make the connection. Like I said, we just started talking to him. Which, by the way, I'm okay talking to him instead of a developer. Because like I said, I think our interests align. So should be fun. But unfortunately, guys, a little disappointing today, to be honest with you. I thought we were going to have a battle. So the reason why I said there were going to be a bank battle, this timer said 20 minutes we had. And then it went from protection stage 20 minutes to 10 minutes to like 13 hours. So I don't know why that happened. Whatever. I'm sure understand the full concept of it. But there is no way to reset it. And that's, I thought for sure, because what we did was took this city and we took this city. And since it's 6 servers versus 1 this season, since you can see here, AOV is attached here and FFs is attached here, I thought for sure they would try to come in and try to get our property. And I'll leave you with this, by the way. The last thing I'll tell you for season 5, the most important thing for any battle, positioning. Planning and positioning. I cannot tell you how important it is, because this season more than ever, and I'll tell you why that is. Because the banks only hold 10. It only holds 10 people. So because you can only fit 10 in here, people are getting ejected constantly. So think of the advantage that you get. And I mean, it is, guys, there is no bigger, well, maybe having a whale, but there is no bigger advantage in the battle than having a spot right next where when you're rejected, you can immediately send somebody back, right? Now, also, even take into account the core card I tell you to use that automatically returns your to base. Even if you have that, if you're back here, it's still taking you 30 seconds to send it here. So even getting your troops back immediately, you are still at a disadvantage when you're all the way in the back. So if right now, if we were having to defend this right here, let's say this was ours, and we had to somehow come from back here, it's not just like obvious disadvantage. It is a way bigger disadvantage than it ever was before, because you can only hold 10 in your defense. So it's constantly flipping hands. So the team that gets and you game plan to get to your spot fastest has an unreal advantage. Unreal. So, no choice. You can see my diamonds. I'm down to 2,100 arrow. I used 160,000 diamonds in one battle the other day. So, yeah, diamonds are ridiculous. It was ridiculous. We had a battle that we fought. We had our level 10. We had this right here, guys. This battle, where is it? You know what's funny? I like one more thing, guys, and then proceeds to talk for about 10 more things after that. We fought this one. This is the one I couldn't show you because I had multiple things going on yesterday while I was fighting. This battle right here for this level 10, we fought 171, 190, and 90. All were sending in squads to fight us. We had 3 different servers that were fighting us for this one property. And then we had FS4 come in and give us a little bit of support too, because they were right here. They just gave this up. They were right here, so they were hooked on and they could help a little bit. So we had their assistance. But I can tell you that we didn't have the position that we needed to have to win the battle, and we were able to stall the battle. So that's the key, right? I talked about it before. You want to be able to stall a battle out so you keep the property. We were able to stall it out. And, but again, it took me 190,000 diamonds because I was right here, by the way. I was right here. And I still couldn't get fast enough to attack and go because it was constantly flipping. It was constant. You couldn't hold it. It was crazy. But they were great fights. It was great, and I imagine there's going to be a ton of them, so I wouldn't worry about it. This is just the beginning. It was like our first like level 10. You can already see they're worried about their level 10 over here. They're already trying to surround it because they're worried about it. This battle. But if you are not within here, you do not have like a fighting chance of beating a stronger team to take it over the thing. And I will tell you, even then they tried to take over. They had all the positioning. They had like 3 rows of all their people were in here. They still couldn't take over the bank from us. With 3 alliances helping them, we were still able to defend it enough to hold on. So it was really, I mean, great win for us because again, we're gonna constantly have like six servers against 7 teams. It'll be a theme this season. So you really, guys, just strategically plan out where you're going to go. And you can tell they've been sitting here forever because they know position is key. If we got in here somehow, then forget it. Game over. So position is absolutely key in winning these battles and getting these things out. So anyway, without can't you garrison nearest base and send from there? Yes and no. So you can, but it's so much faster. It's still slow to move in and garrison the base. Like I'll give you a perfect example of where I was. I was where this person is right here. That's so hard to tell with all these like blubber screams. So I was right here, and Hulk was here, and so Hulk was trying to send his teams in, and he had VIP 18s and everybody trying to whack him out of the mud. So my job when Hulk was all the way over here and I was here, my job was I was just starting to defend Hulk, to sit in Hulk's base so they couldn't do anything to him. Because it was more devastating to just make sure Hulk could hold the mud and reinforce the base, that I would reinforce him rather than reinforce the building to make sure he could stay in there. Because he's just too much of an important piece. So what I was doing, even being where I was, to just reinforce his base, to try to send across here, from here to here to reinforce him, way too slow. Way too slow. I needed to instantly be there. I had a diamond speed over. It was just too slow. So yeah, like you can, if you're in the back here, you can certainly shortcut yourself over here, but I'm telling you, it's still really slow because of the turnover rate of these battles. As soon as you're in here, you're out of here. And especially for the teams that have to return. If you're not using those core cards and that team's returning all the way to the back, man, you're out of it. You're out of the battle. Like if you got your team T1 is only being used every like think about it. Let's say it takes you 40 seconds to get the thing back and then 40 seconds to go there. You mean you're only fighting with your T1 once every over a minute and 10? Think about that. If I'm right here, how often am I hitting my T1 in there? Remember, defense immediately comes back right in. Maybe like 10 seconds. So I'm able to hit this at, let's say, 7 times, 8 times, 8 to 1. If you're located back here, you're getting it at 8 to 1. That's crazy. So just know that it's that big of a difference. If you really want to strategically look at how to fight these battles and win these battles, you have to, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a weak alliance. If you're whatever you're trying to do, you have to get position. You have to get position around the squad and reinforce. So important to just be able to continuously send your bases. And again, even if the other team is a little bit stronger, if they're sending from back here and you're able to send at 8 to 1, granted, you're going to use a crap ton of troops trying to eject people out of there that are stronger, which, take that into account too, by the way. Remember, we're fighting, it's not just one, this isn't a battle, it's a war. So you got to be smart, you got to be tough, you got to go out. But with these hard battles that we're in with the season, guys, you're going to see some freaking battles. Yesterday, we won this battle by holding it, and I think the totals were 80% for AOV, 33% for FSX, and maybe 4% for FS4, or maybe less. It was somewhere around there. And I want to say again, I think if you defend at 32% rate, if you can get your total at 32%, you can run out the clock. I'm guessing right now it's around 32% is your magic number. If that changes and I see more battles, then I can zero that in. But I'm pretty sure it's around 32%. If you're just defending a base to hold on to it, that's what you got to get to. And by the way, if you get to 40% or 45, let the other team go ahead. Let the other team friggin' whack away and do whatever they got to do, like, because you're going to run the clock out on them. Just that's the goal, is to run the clock out. So, I think that's around what we ended up being, and we just ended up running the clock on them. So plenty to come, guys. You can see we got 2.5 more weeks of this stuff, and I can tell you that this is going to be. There are a lot of troops that are about to be lost. Just ask Vader. Vader's got plenty of troops he's going to lose. It's insanity. These fights. I mean, the fight yesterday. It seemed like it was the whole friggin' square. It seemed like we were here. And I mean, it seemed like it was all around here. Like the whole thing was just ridiculous. It was kind of like this, but expanded out further because there were four servers that were fighting in it. It's crazy. You're using your mummy skill, by the way. We didn't even get into that. I should probably make a whole thing on that. There is no wasted spy planing and using your mummies. There's like, oh, I cannot tell you how important those mummies are, guys. Holy crap. You need to get positioned strategically. Those mummies are awesome. Awesome. Especially people on a kill event. People after a kill event have their wall down. And so now when their shields come up, they're going to forget they left their wall down. And you're going to be able to mummy the heck out of them. Woo, I agree. Mummy needs to be stronger. I was mummied. They mummied me a bunch, but I'm pretty conscious of the mummy at this point. FS4 got me with a mummy back in the day in like season 3, and ever since then I've been pretty secure on where I've been. I don't know, like we fought way too many battles. I don't have it anymore because they mummied me during that AOV battle, and I have probably 1 million battles after that. I mean, but to show you the difference in season contributions. What? Look how many kills Hulk has. Look at Hulk. I'm at 39. He's 157. It's crazy. I'm telling you. Ask any team to get this dude out of a building when he's in there. It's like eating troops. You just watch, like it just bounce. When he's in there, you can't get him out. You can't get him out. It's crazy. There's so many people that just bounce. It takes forever. And so when you put him at the bottom of the base, it's just impossible because you knock all of us out and your prize that you win is running into 120 million spot. It's it's crazy. It's insane. So, like the Hulkster is just, it's insane. He puts up video game numbers, as they say. Like, cause it's just crazy. We just started the season and that's where he's at. So, the kill event, don't worry about it. I haven't been even worrying about that much about the kill event. As far as kills, you'll get plenty of kills and plenty of troop losses in these fights. So you don't even need, I tell you what, they could cancel, other than the rewards, they can cancel versus, because I don't need versus during the season. I don't care about it. I don't track it. I open my chest and that's it. I don't even look at the scores. I just found out we won for the week. I didn't even care. I was just like, oh, we won for the week? Oh, great. I had no clue. No time to pay attention to versus. Just you can be wherever. I just like open your chests and that's it. Get your personal rewards and don't worry about another thing other than the season. Train your troops. Worry about training your troops and worry about your tactic cards. That's what you should be worrying about. But other than that, folks, hey, thank you for joining us this morning. I wish I had another battle for you, but I promise you, I definitely will have more battles. And if this battle pops off for us, I don't know if anybody will come in and try to battle. If they will, I will try. I probably actually won't. I probably won't be around for this battle today. I'll fight the battle, but I don't know that I will be here. If I am, by some chance, I will pop on and give it to you. I promise to do that today if I am available. But thank you all for joining me this morning. Always great having you guys in. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you. QB18 out.